Welcome to Fun Friday,
Welcome
the
back.
70s edition.
Thank God it's Friday.
Woo! You look great, baby. You look great.
Thank you, Tim.
I don't know. That wasn't the Kojak line. What was the Kojak line?
Who loves you, baby?
Who loves you? No?
I don't know. Dude, we weren't born in the 70s.
Maybe that's what it was. Who
we
loves
weren't
you?
alive. Yes, if you were in the... So some of you have been asking for this, and by some of you, I mean one person, and that's Laura Slattery, who sent us a message saying...
What's up, Laura?
She's not watching tonight. So we're thrilled.
We want 70s. We want 70s we're not going to watch.
Yeah.
Is that how
we're
it
not
works?
going to do it, but we want to watch.
Yeah.
No, we're so glad that you're here. Thanks so much for tuning in. As you can tell, we've got some different tech today. Pastor Tim is getting bored. And so now he just starts adding cameras and everything. And we are fortunate enough to now have cameras underneath our chins. Right. So you can see what we look like down here. And I'm very excited for that.
Absolutely.
I'm grateful for large microphones. So
well, Pastor Dave loves this view. Anytime he does anything on Facebook, it's always from right here.
Yeah, the Kurtz cam. That's what we're going to call it. The Kurtz cam.
Yeah, Kurtz cam.
Kurtz cam. Good, I like it. Yeah. All right. So anyway, I started off by saying that I'm actually a little sad tonight because our dear friend and close coworker, John Krasinski.
Oh, yeah, John. Yeah,
John Krasinski.
John Boy.
Jim.
The Waltons.
From The
70s.
Office. That will not appear tonight. Maybe next week.
Good night,
John Krasinski is no longer doing SGN. Some good news. If you don't know what some good news is, John Krasinski did like a homemade newscast of just really good news. It dropped like late Sunday nights, early Monday mornings. It was the best thing on social media, and I'm including like what we do here. Like it was better than this stuff. If you have not watched SGN, you have our permission to go watch it right now.
Can I say it was much better than what we do here?
Significantly better.
Much better.
But in our defense, we don't have the cast of Hamilton and The Office to help us out.
Yeah,
but
they did do an office reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the Office wedding they did?
Well, that was it. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if you meant the Steve Carell one. So he cashed in those checks a couple times. But then he literally cashed in his check. He sold SGN, the property, to CBS, to Viacom.
For real?
No,
how much did he make off of that?
They said it was a massive bidding war. So Homeboy got rich.
Nice. Off quarantine.
Oh, man.
Wow.
But it's still, those 8 episodes are like the best thing that's ever happened. So, yes, I'm so, well, not ever happened. I mean, like, Jesus is the best that ever happened. But I mean, like, in terms of quarantine stuff that's happening on video from homes, John Krasinski was doing it. John, you have our appreciation, man. I know you're watching. Now that you're not doing these shows, but he sold it.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, John.
We just want to reach out. We know that you have been waiting on our praise and on our feedback, and so we just want to say you've done a really good job. And if you ever want to come on Fun Fridays, man, we will not have we don't have the resources to make a bidding war, but we'll bring you in. Come on in, man. Glen Burnie, the water is warm.
Yeah.
So yeah, come on out. That'd be great.
Yeah, it's also got a lot of chemicals in it. But throw it up. You guys put this on John Krasinski's. He's not doing anything now. But so now, Tim, I mean, it really, I think, falls to us. I think we're the only thing out there now that is uplifting and positive.
That's
but guys, you made it. You made it to Friday night, end of the week. Congratulations.
Welcome.
And tonight we hope to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is Fun Friday, so we have to have a little bit of fun. And so, by the way, I talked to some of our dear brothers in Christ about tonight in the 70s, and I said, hey, what do you remember about the 70s? And one such gentleman said, I don't remember the 70s. I said, man, it wasn't that long ago. He said, no, you don't get it. The chemicals in my brain from the 70s won't allow me to remember the 70s. And so confession is good for the soul, right?
Yeah.
I think that's
we love you anyway, Bob Blake. And
it was not Bob Blake.
I know that's Stan Worrell. Yeah. It has to be Stan Worrell.
Raymond Higgins.
Yeah. Oh, I have to tell you a story. I mean, that story may appear. I don't know if it's going to happen tonight. It'll happen tonight. It'll happen tonight probably,
so
but maybe.
Why don't you just tell it? Does it have to do with one of the questions we're doing?
No, but it might have to do with the question that we're going to do next week.
Okay.
Because we are planning on doing what we're doing, what we've done the last couple of nights.
Tell them what we're doing next week.
Tell them what we're doing. We're going to do this again because if we have figured out anything, it's that as a Christian church, once you do something once, you should definitely do it twice. So we are going to do our game tonight find out if we've got some stud players from the 70s who know their trivia. And then next week, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, we will be doing another Zoom game with live contestants. So I hope your brains are sharp.
We're going to be watching.
Tonight.
We're going to be watching to see who the studs are.
The studs.
Hey, should we tell them what we're going to do in 2 weeks?
Tell them, Tim.
All right. So in 2 weeks, the plan is to do something faith family driven and to do something that actually has to do with us. And so we need your help. We need at least 20 good submissions, not stupid submissions. But anyway, we need 20 good submissions. So you're going to need to, it's not on the screen, feedback at faithbc.net. Feedback at faithbc.net. What we want you to do is tell us your most outlandish or bizarre or weird story that is true in your life. Like, did you one time shake the hand of President Nixon? There's a 70s reference or something. Mm-hmm. And so then what we're going to do is sort of like that old game show, This Is Your Life. So it'll be, which of these faith family members shook the hand of President Nixon in 1977? Was it Raymond Higgins? Was it John Byer? Was it Dwayne Beverly? Was it Dave Dayton? And we're going to have some fun in that. But in the meantime, we're going to learn something about each other. And so that'll be fun. So that'll be in 2 weeks. But we need you to start submitting now because Jeff loses sleep putting these things together. Literally. He sent me a text at 1 a.m. this morning.
That's when I was getting started.
Yeah. Anyway, so we want you to so we want you to send in your stories. Just a short, brief story, something funny that happened, something really quirky that happened, something exciting, outlandish, whatever it may be. Need you to start emailing that right now.
Feedback at faithbc.net. Write in your stories. And Dale Puckett just says, I have a lot of stuff on Jeff. Fortunately, Puckett, I'm the one receiving all the emails. So that's going to go.
You can send those to Tim at faithbc.net. So that way they don't get deleted, and I'll make sure they get in. Thanks, Puckett. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, Puckett.
And
remember when we used to be friends?
You're faith family enough, man. You're one of our missionaries, pretty old youth pastor. Like old youth pastor.
Old.
So send in your own story, dude. We'll add you in.
His best friend was born in a manger.
Oh.
Yeah. And if you're on YouTube, Pastor Tim is watching the chat there. I'm watching the Facebook chat, and we have multiple missionary friends over in the Facebook chat that are really glorifying God. Hannikin
coming in
Dale
from
Puckett, Florida, strong representation. Pretty much these guys are taking over the chat.
Florida never even closed, did they?
No, they more opened.
Right.
They started opening stores to be like.
Right.
Yeah.
They just put on some more SBF and they were good to go. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Get on the boat, the banana boat. All right.
That was good. That was really good.
Should
Guys,
we start?
Why not? So here's the deal. We have no idea how hard these questions are tonight because we weren't alive in the 70s.
Nope.
And so we have no idea how hard or easy this is going to be. I think it's going to be relatively easy. But as we have done the last few nights where we've done this, we want to start off appropriately with a theme song. Okay?
Baby.
So you're going to be playing along in the chat, in Facebook, on YouTube. Just shout out your answers once you get them. This is going to be a Finish the Lyric.
Let's do it.
From the Happy Days theme song, which Pastor Tim and I will sing right
for
now.
you.
Is this on? Turn it on. There you go.
It's on, I think. But there we go.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day.
Fill in the blank,
what
y'all. What happens on Saturday?
What happens on Saturday?
Saturday, what a day. Mary Grace says happy days. Yes, very good.
Yes,
that is happy days.
There's one more line, though. Saturday, what a day. Michelle.
Mary Grace, David,
Michelle, Sarah, George, everybody's coming in. Oh, so close, Julie. The line is grooving all week with you. Come on, everybody. These days are ours.
These days are ours.
These days are ours. Share them with me. Goodbye, gray sky.
Hello, blue.
'Cause nothing can hold me when I hold you. Feels so right. It can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all night long. These days are ours. Oh, happy days. These days are ours. Oh, happy days. Happy days. Very good.
days.
Excellent.
Happy
You did it.
days.
So many,
and roll.
so close. Rocking all week with you. That makes more sense, but it is
Grooving all week with you.
This is 70s, even though it was a 70s show about
All right.
the 50s.
Yeah, so put it in the chat. I'm interested to know your favorite character from the Happy Days that was not the Fonz. Obviously, the Fonz is going to be the favorite character, but your favorite.
Name 2 people other than the Fonz. That should be a...
That should have been your trivia question. Then. Everybody
Name
knows.
2 people other than the Fonz in Happy Days.
Yeah,
I'm sure everybody's going to blow it up. We know, and I'm glad that you know. That was not a terrible show. Chachi.
That was fun.
Michelle Jarrett was very quick with that one. She feels very strongly about Chachi. Maybe because Fred looks like Chachi.
Richie Cunningham and Mrs. Cunningham. That was cheap.
Yeah.
Mrs. Cunningham.
And Mr. Cunningham. All right, so we're on to question number 2.
Hold
there
on.
we go.
Was it? No. Who owned the diner?
Oh.
Because it was not Mr. Cunningham. Who owned the diner? That was just that's an extra point.
That
there.
is,
if
yeah.
you know who owned the diner.
Do you know who owned the diner?
No, I don't remember who. I mean, I've seen the reruns a few times.
Somebody could put in like Bill Clinton owned the diner. Al's
Arrow
diner.
Bishop, dude, you're like 12. What are you doing knowing
Arnold's.
Oh, it was Arnold?
I don't know. So
Al?
Julie Weiss
Arnold?
says Arnold, Michelle says Al, and Arrow Bishop says Al. And Arrow Bishop is like 4 years old.
Right. Arrow's on YouTube and Facebook, it seems like. So,
Yeah.
Way to go, bud. Way to cheat.
Big Al. Okay, Al seems like both.
All right, you
So
got the next one.
yeah,
next one's
I
a
get that.
movie. So I'll
Next
give you
one
that
is a movie. All right, we're looking for a movie title. 67 million Americans.
How many?
67 million. Who
Wow.
knew there were that many at that
Wowzers.
time? 67 million Americans went to see this movie in 1975, making it the first summer blockbuster ever.
What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about? It was not that.
Was that 70s or was that 80s? I don't know. First summer blockbuster ever. It's
Ever.
65
First summer
million.
blockbuster ever. Ooh, good guess,
Scott
Hannigan. No, it is not Rocky.
Scott Montgomery, first one in with
Yep,
it. Way to
Steve
do it,
and
Scott.
Cam. I'm going to give it to Kim, even though they're right next to each other. Steve said it's Jawa, and Kim said Jaws. Jaws is the answer. You're going to need a bigger boat. Or no, I think it's we're going to need a bigger boat.
I think it's word.
I think
because he's in the boat.
he's in the boat, but he says it to the guy who owns the boat. I think he says, I think you're going to need a...
Have
Should
you ever
we look it up?
No. Have you ever been to the Jaws ride at Universal Studios in Orlando? Have you been there?
It's not there anymore.
No?
It's gone.
Did they replace it with some Marvel piece of junk?
No, what did they do?
Actually, Marvel is Disney, so that wouldn't make any sense
No,
anyway.
but it's all right.
So what's there now?
I don't remember. They, like on that side of the Universal Studios, they turn it all like into like theater seating, virtual reality things. Like the town is still there of Amityville, and you can still see the shark, but you can't actually do the ride.
Wait, was the town named Amityville?
I thought so.
Because I thought Amityville was the house, Amityville Horror.
Yeah, no.
Whatever.
What was the name of the town?
The name of the town. We need your feedback.
Oh,
here. Name of
guys,
the town.
come on.
While
See-
you're working on that, I'm going to give you question number.
Maybe it was just
3.
Amity. I think it was just Amity.
Well, I think
I'm
Amity
gonna-
was the other one though.
Town of Jaws.
Well, way to go. Google-
Amity Island. That's what it was. That's
Oh,
what it
really?
was. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All the substances I did in the 70s, man.
All right. Well, I'll take the next 2 here since it's a sports at the next one, but not this one.
George Fold. He was going to propose at the
Jaws
Jaws ride.
That would have been the best.
Fiance
proposal
looks down. I think you're going to need a bigger ring. It's like,
ever. All right. Yeah. Good one.
you like that?
You need a little stinger for that one. Clap for that one.
Oh, wait, hang on.
You got to play with your sound effects there, man.
I forgot.
Forgot they were there?
Yeah.
All right, number 3. Let's go with number 3 here. In the opening credits of the Brady Bunch, which Brady child is shown at the top left corner?
Top left corner.
Top left corner, which of the children's is shown up in the top left corner?
Yes.
So you can do the math here. Is it a guy or is it a girl? And is it young, old, or is it old to young?
Right.
That's the
You
question.
have, I mean,
It's not Alice.
it's not Alice. And it's not the parents because
Parents are in the
we
middle.
said childs.
Stan Worrell. Got it.
Ooh.
Catherine Heike. I don't know if I can pronounce your name.
Pops
I
got it.
Apologize.
Pops is the first one. It came with a lot of wrong answers.
Hey.
The women were on the left, and
That's
it was
right.
by oldest to youngest, and so it was Marsha. You know, back in the 90s, they came out.
Is this your fun story?
No.
Oh, okay.
Back in the 90s, they came out with a remake movie of the Brady Bunch.
You're right. This is not a fun story.
No, it's not. But they redid the scene from the show where Bobby and Greg were, or Bobby and Pete, I don't know what their names were, but the two youngest ones were throwing the football, and it hit Marsha in the face.
Right, sure.
And it broke her nose. Well, in the movie, she says a line, "Now I'll never be a supermodel." And since the mid 90s, I thought that was the line that she said in the TV show. And I went back and watched it, and it was much less.
What was the song in that? Do you remember? The Brady Bunch? The
It's a sunshine day. I think I'll go for a walk outside. Or no, and then I'm going to keep on moving and dancing all through the night. I wish I didn't know that was, but that was also in the movie.
Keep on doing it right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Hey, we're moving along. How about number 4?
Number 4.
Number
This is a
4.
sports question. We tried to make it slightly hard, even though it's an incredibly easy question.
It's a minor sports still, right? All right, so we're coming to me. Here we go. In 1975, this is really easy. All right, at least one they should be able to get quickly. In 1975, the Thrilla in Manila was the sporting event between what two rivals? The Thrilla in Manila. One of those guys are real easy to get, but who was the second?
I said rivals so it wouldn't give away the sport if it was just to make it slightly hard, but I feel like, everybody knows.
Can you do a Howard Cosell voice?
No, I can't. Can you? I know you wouldn't have asked if you couldn't do it.
Howard Cosell. I think I can do one, but it's probably pretty bad. Yep, that's right.
Hannikin.
Everybody's got it. Ali
Hannikin
Frazier.
got it. Yeah, Camp so close. You got half. It was Ali and Frazier.
Welcome to the Thrilla in Manila, and down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. That's the best I got.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, not as good as my Randy Newman.
No.
But
No.
I had Randy Newman doing it.
I think you've been practicing.
Down goes Frazier. And down goes Frazier.
And that's why he was not a sports
He
caster.
punched him in the face. You got a concussion. All right. This is terrible. Oh, Lord, I apologize. Very good, everybody. Good answers. Do your deets, please. All right. So I'll do this. All right. This next question is movie audio. Want you to identify the movie based on this audio clip. All right, we're gonna play for you an audio clip. Tell us what movie you were listening to.
Super easy, y'all.
Wait a minute. Must show you this. Lickable wallpaper for nursery walls. Lick an orange. It tastes like an orange. Lick a pineapple. It tastes like a pineapple. Go ahead, try it.
I got a plum. Grandpa, this banana's fantastic.
Come on, y'all. This is easy.
Easy.
Try some more. The strawberries
Tastes like strawberries.
The snozberries taste like
snozberries.
Snozberries? Who ever heard of a snozberry?
You know, if somebody says Super Troopers,
Well,
I'll allow
first
that.
first two people got it wrong. It is not Charlie in the Chocolate Factory,
That's
ladies
correct.
and gentlemen. It was not Charlie.
I'm going to give the points here to
Dan Morris
Julie
got
because she gave the full title. It is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Fun fact.
That's one of my favorite movies.
I've never seen that
You
movie
said that
all the
last
way.
week.
I've watched I can't get past, they go to the candy store and then you get to all of the grandparents in the same bed together facing each other. And I just went, I can't, if it's going to be 2 hours of this, I can't.
I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden chance to make my way.
Amazing.
I'm trying to remember. What's the song when they finally enter into the factory?
No
And
clue.
he sings something. Oh,
Pure Imagination.
yes, that's
Come with me.
it.
And you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a great song, man.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
I enjoy it. Well, listen, You're the girl that likes show tunes, man.
I know, and that should tell you something that I'm like, Willy Wonka. No, that's a bridge too far.
Telling you, that a show tune is good.
That's not a show tune.
All right,
that is not a show tune. That is not. I'm
take
sorry.
number 6, and I'm going to get ready for our commercial break.
All right, we're going to bust into some commercial breaks here.
Not yet.
Not yet, but I mean, we're going to lead into a commercial break.
Sure.
With a commercial. The topic for question number 6 is in the 1970s Charmin commercials. What is the name of the supermarket manager who is constantly begging customers, please don't squeeze the Charmin?
This is tough.
It actually, I don't think it is.
No?
I don't think it. I heard this.
Oh, man. Stands in.
Immediately.
Boom. Done.
Because, that was, at the time, there was only 3. There you go. You really got it.
I think Scott Montgomery might be he might be a top player in the 70s.
Scott.
And Ken Moss.
Yeah. Oh, man. That would be. There you go. Very good.
Nick Salzer. Way to go.
Mr. Whipple.
Stacey Benning, what's going on? Welcome to YouTube.
Yeah. Mr. Whipple. I heard that somewhere else, and then I came across a commercial on, like, when I did Googled most popular commercials, and it showed up, and Mr. Whipple was, like, in commercials from 60s to 70s, like 60s and 70s, like 2 decades of Mr. Whipple.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I wouldn't have known that at all.
Yeah, count your blessings. So
count them one by one.
But to be fair, in the 70s, there were only 3 channels you could watch, so it's not like now where you could get all kinds of commercials.
So speaking of channels, this is a period joke here. I was watching City Slickers, great flick.
Love it. And
Billy Crystal is trying to explain to the guy from Home Alone how to tape, and he's like, yeah, you got to have your channel 3. Your VCR's got to be on channel 3. It's got to be on channel 3. And it was like they were just matter. I just thought it was funny because it was one of those things. All right, we're going to take a commercial break here after question number 6, and this commercial break is brought to you by. And hopefully this isn't going to kick us off. I'm really hoping this isn't going to kick us off.
If it is, it's been fun, guys.
But we're literally trying to rep your product here. This is brought to you by the Coca-Cola.
I'd like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I like to teach the world to sing. Sing with me. Perfect harmony. Perfect harmony. I like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. And the real I like to teach the world to sing. In perfect harmony. Perfectly. And I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. It's the real thing.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and hopefully we're back on because last time it didn't work very well. But hopefully we're back on, and I got a little nostalgia out that. Did you teach the world to sing yet?
In perfect harmony.
Teach the world to sing.
In perfect harmony. Hey, welcome to the party, Britain family. Welcome to, I think this is week 10 or 11. And it was, okay, we're just turning in. What in the world are you guys doing? We've lost our minds. It's quarantine time. And so we're trying to have some fun.
Who was asking that?
Kelly Britton.
Oh,
Kelly and John.
What's up, Kelly
Glad
and John?
you guys are here. She said, we are finding this humorous. And it's like, well, then, all right, our work
This is
here.
week 10, I think, yeah?
10 or 11.
Something like that.
I don't
it's
know.
Crazy.
I've lost count. All right, so next we are going to go to a music question.
Number 7, siete.
Number 7. In the Janis Joplin song, Me and Bobby McGee, what is freedom just another word for?
Ooh.
This is actually a very easy question.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a very easy question.
I mean, I kind of got the song in my head, but I wouldn't know the lyrics, I don't think.
We're going to sing it here in just a second.
We're going to sing it?
They're going to sing it.
Serious?
Yeah, but we got to...
Freedom is just another word for
what?
What? According to
Hannigan
Janis
got
Joplin.
It. Sarah Klein is coming in strong. Steve Camp, very good. Pops got it. See, it's blowing my mind that Pops is doing this. Pops and Sandy may show up. That's it. Yeah.
Your father must have really been into secular world in the 70s.
So, okay, That's the story I want to tell. All right, I'm going to tell it because, I mean, this song may show up next week in the Zoom. But one day, as a teenager, back in the 90s, everything for me happened in the 90s. And we were driving down the road, we were listening to the radio, and Hotel California came on. And I liked the tune, but I was like, man, I don't know what this is about. And Pops goes, oh, it's all about drugs. I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah. And like we ended up going back through the song, and he walked me through like every line. Oh yeah, here's what they're talking about here. And I'm like, I thought you only knew hymns, right?
Did he then teach you how to do drugs?
No, that was
the pipe. Here's where.
No, that was I was older when that happened.
Oh, gotcha. That was
we did that instead of going to see Jurassic Park. So, that was 20.
Let's sing some Janis Joplin.
Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing to be free. And feeling good was his love when he sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me.
Come on now.
Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. I'd like to send this out to Pastor Glenn, who loves speaking in tongues. She sends a whole 3 minutes. La-da-da, la-da-da, la-da-da-da-da, la-da-da-da-da-da-da, Bobby McGee. La-da-da-da-da-da, la-da-da. Put it in the chat, la-da-da. La-di-da-di-da-da-da, Bobby McGee. This is for you, Glenn. You're not watching. La-da-da, la-da-da-da-da-da-da. I can't even do it. It's going to kill my voice for Sunday, but I'm going to do it anyway. La-da-da-da. No, we're done.
Good priorities. Yeah, that's great.
That's right. That was, I got 24 hours to work.
La, 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 la. All right.
I love that song so much.
Oh, movie visual. I got to get ready for this. I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah, oh no.
All right, so movie visual, right? So this is the part of the show when we are going to show you a small piece of a screenshot and ask you to see if you can identify the movie from the screenshot, and then the screenshot will continually get bigger and bigger until it will be obvious. And so hopefully this is going to work in this new program here, but I'm going to throw up the little piece. There we go. Little piece of the screenshot that you see there. I'm not sure what you're looking at.
That's a good shot.
That's
good.
A good shot.
That's
you think
good.
So?
I feel like if you're a big fan, some people are going to get it right away.
Think so?
I think number two.
I think number two. You're coming.
Number
in
two
easy.
is
coming in hot for that one.
We picked this one. Oh, good try, Steve. It is not the Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears.
I feel like somebody's going to get Crystal Roseman. I'm late start over.
Should we give it one more second?
Yeah, one more second. Crystal, we're only on question number 7. There's plenty of time to.
All right, here we're going to zoom it out a little bit more. Here we go. Boom.
Oh, come on.
Somebody's got to get
guys.
this one. Somebody's got to get this one. The whole bit's coming in a second, and you're going to feel dumb if you don't get it.
Come on, guys. All right, here we go.
I'm
waiting.
Number 2.
I'm waiting. Somebody's going to come in really quick.
This is an iconic
Grease. It is not
movie
Grease.
of the 70s.
There it is, Julie Weiss.
An iconic movie of the 70s. You got 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Nobody's got it on YouTube.
That's
nobody. 3, 2, 1. You're going to feel silly. You ready? Here it comes. Boom.
Yes.
There is no way. No way you come from my loins. We'll leave it right there.
I don't want to say it. When we get home, the first thing I'm going to... Anyway,
put the evidence in the
car.
Back of the car, Junior.
Put it in the back. We wanted to do so many quotes from this movie, and there are so many quotes you can't do from that movie.
It's a great flick, though.
That movie is something else. That was...
good stuff.
Yeah, Jackie Gleason, Buford T. Justice. Very good. That is Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah,
excellent job.
What was the name of Smokey's friend who was the truck driver?
Snowman.
Nope.
It wasn't Snowman?
Nope.
I thought it was his call sign.
Nope. I know it was. I was thinking Iceman. Iceman was from it was
Top
Snowman.
Gun.
Top Gun, yeah.
Yeah. What was Snowman's dog's name?
I don't remember that. Loaded
Fred.
up and trucking.
We're going to do what they say can't be done. I almost want to get the guitar.
We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I need some time. Watch your bandit run.
That was
all right.
That was fantastic.
Great flick.
Excellent job. Kids, if you're watching, don't watch that movie. All right, we are on to question number 9, and this is we're back to. I think I've made it too easy.
You got it. This is really easy.
Yeah. Because you got the next one. Number 9, TV question. On the 1970s show The Incredible Hulk, who played the Incredible Hulk?
The Hulk.
The Hulk. The titular character, the Green Man. Very few people were qualified to play it because very few people have skin that green.
You know, this guy, well, I remember seeing the reruns when I was a kid, but he played a really good part on The King of Queens as the neighbor.
I never watched King of Queens.
The King of Queens, it's just a fun, just terrible sitcom, but fun. There it is. Who came in first? Danny Fisher, my man. Way
Steve
to go,
Camp,
Danny.
Julie, very good.
Some people say Bill Bixby, but that is incorrect.
That's what Hannigan said. Bill Bixby. I don't get the reference because I'm not old like Hannigan, who is actually I think younger than us.
But the name of the actor,
Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno. He's like the poor man's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
You know, I mean, it's like okay, you have muscles, great.
I'll give you that.
Great. So Lou Ferrigno. Guys, we have reached question number 10. And as we have accidentally backed into my favorite bit of the night.
Tell everybody why it's your favorite bit.
Because I think you're the greatest preacher in the world.
Very good answer.
Very good answer. Yeah, very good. So what we're going to do, guys, we're back with Tim Preaches a Hit. We have taken a song from the 70s, and Pastor Tim is going to use his God-given gift and totally waste it on quoting these lyrics for you to figure out what song from the 1970s this is. Oh, now Crystal Rosen's making me feel bad. He's an amazing bodybuilder and power lifter and motivational speaker, and she also tagged him.
Is she talking about me? Thank you, Crystal. I know he thinks I'm a great preacher, the best preacher ever, but yes, I mean, I thank you for sticking up for me, Crystal. I think that was good. That was good. That was very good.
That. Okay, so we're now question number 10. Tim Preaches a Hit.
All right, here we go. So this
I'm
is.
gonna play underneath because it's such
I'm preaching the lyrics of a song from 1973. All right, here we go. He kept dreaming. Oh, that someday he'd be a star, a superstar, but he didn't get that far. But he sure found out the hard way that dreams don't always come true. So he pawned all of his hopes, and he even sold his old car. And he bought that one ticket back to the life he once knew. Oh, my brothers and my sisters. Oh, yes, he did. That's right. He bought that train ticket back on the midnight train to Georgia.
We've got so many Rocket Mans. You guys didn't realize that Pastor Tim sounds like
Catherine
Gladys
Heike
Knight.
got it first.
There you go.
Yeah. No, I'll be a Pip.
Pip. I said he's leaving on the midnight train to Georgia. On the midnight train to Georgia.
Oh.
Said he's going back to find. Going back to find.
Yeah, I don't know the Pips.
Similar place and time. Takes that ride. Guess who's gonna be right by his side? And I'll be with him.
Come on.
I know you will. On the midnight train to Georgia. On the midnight train to Georgia. Woohoo! I'd rather live in his world. Live without him in mine.
Do it, man.
Ooh, on the midnight train to Georgia.
On a midnight train to Georgia.
Oh, man, that song speaks to me so much. Very good. Rocket Man. Wrong answer, but excellent try, guys.
I had a lot of Jukebox Hero over here, too.
Jukebox Hero. So I felt like the last couple weeks, most people don't get.
They got that one.
Some people, no, not many did. I feel like Tim Preaches a Hit.
I got it over
is
here.
probably a bit that most people don't like. And to those people, I would say be quiet because
Catherine
we're going to do 20
Stan got it.
questions of it.
Dave Dayton said Bad Company. Nope.
Ooh, I would love to do a Bad
Till the
Company
day I
song.
die, brother. Taking the gospel to Bad Company till the day I die.
All right, so now that was Steve can't forget 90s cover band. Jeff needs to do 70s covers. Steve, only if you come to the show. You didn't come to the 90s show. So, or maybe I'll be in an acoustic cover band where I just sing female songs. That'd be great.
We're on a halfway point here.
Halfway
You want
point.
number 11?
Yeah.
Take
It's
it.
politics, so.
You love
okay.
it.
Yeah,
You
here we go.
politics.
We all know that Gerald Ford became president when Richard Nixon resigned from office.
I'm not a crook.
But he was not Nixon's first vice president. Who was Nixon's original vice president? Also got in trouble. Poor man's backup group.
Original. Oh, Mary Grace Vincent coming in hot with
Not
it.
Wagner.
Way to go.
He has, I will say, he has a really cool name.
It is a cool name.
It is a cool name. It probably looked really good on his, prison sheet.
He was the
There you
former
go.
governor of Maryland, apparently. I did
Yes,
not
he
know
was.
that.
He
Okay.
was. Yeah. It's weird because normally our politicians aren't corrupt, so it's so weird to think.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no I've never known a politician to be corrupt, my friend. So all you politicians who are watching, way to go.
You know what? I will say I feel like he's probably not watching, but you can tag him in here. Nick Kipke has been very nice.
He's been nice to you.
He's been very good. He
That's
was
good.
my boss at Friendly's. When I tell people that, they're like, "Yeah, right." I was like, "No, he was." When I was in the 90s.
So as someone who used to work at Friendly's, what do you order when you go to Friendly's?
I had
If
Friendly's tonight.
You go to
I had
Friendly's.
Friendly's tonight.
So you've seen everything made in that kitchen, and you still eat from it?
It's so good.
Okay.
Turkey Club Super Melt. In fact, fun story. You can't see
Number
it. Maybe if you
12.
get on here. I have a scar from where I got stabbed with a knife in the Friendly's kitchen 3 days before Christmas, 1998.
Congratulations. Number
I
12.
still have the scar. You can take this one.
All right, so number 12, we are going to show you a picture of a toy that was popular, very popular.
No, it's not a toy. It's not a picture.
It's not a picture?
No, just read the question. The toy comes later.
Oh, the toy comes
Yeah.
later. Well, then, you know what? I gotta go back. All right. So now that's not it. What popular toy that debuted in the summer of 1975 came with a lengthy set of instructions on how to care for it and train it? Popular toy debuted in the summer of 1975. Came with a lengthy set of instructions on how to care for it and train it. George Fold. In. Done. George is he's doing YouTube and Facebook.
yeah,
so
he
it's
is.
back and forth.
It's not Furby. It's not Chia Pet. Good answers. Furby was actually 2 weeks ago. That was an 80s toy, 90s toy.
All right. Confession good for the soul. How many of you had this toy, which is a pet rock, by the way?
Heather Mendoza got it. First one in. Excellent job. Heather Mendoza. Pops got it.
Way to go.
Pet rock. I could not believe. I've heard of pet rocks. But then when I actually came across this bit of trivia, so it debuted in 1975, the summer, and by Christmas 1975, it was pretty much gone.
I wasn't allowed to have a pet rock when I was a kid because we lived in a glass house.
People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw pet rocks.
That's right. Exactly. It's too dangerous, my parents said. Too dangerous.
Yeah, and I feel like we go really hard on millennials for choices that they make.
Yeah.
People from the 70s, you paid $4 for a rock.
Y'all were little.
And
anyway.
back then, you could go outside. You could go outside and get a rock.
All right. This.
But the guy who did it,
go ahead.
1.5 million rocks sold at $4 a piece.
Nice.
With inflation, that's like $1 billion.
Nice.
Yeah. So
He's sitting on the beach somewhere with his soulmate.
with a whole bunch of rocks around him.
Sitting in a hot tub somewhere with his soulmate. Throw a football over them mountains. All right. Wrong decade. All right, we are going to a commercial break, and this will be a little bit of a nostalgia for those of you who remember not Have It Your Way. That was Burger King, but take you back to Mickey D's circa 1970.
McDonald's Big Mac. It's more than just another hamburger. There are 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and onions on a sesame seed bun. 7 great ingredients working together to make one great taste. 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, cheese, lettuce, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Get the idea? 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun.
It's your McDonald's Big Mac. You've got to taste it to believe it, you know what I mean?
2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun.
2 all-beef patties.
Let me say a few words about McDonald's Big Mac. It's
2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun.
2 whole... Well, what was that word again?
2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun.
Lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, lettuce, cheese, pickles, oh, what am I saying?
You deserve a break today at McDonald's.
Where your dollar gets a break every day.
All right. So the question is, how many of you guys can actually say that? 2 all-beef patties, special sauce,
lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Yep, that's all I got.
In the 80s, I think it was either late 80s or early 90s, they actually came out with a McDonald's wrap. And then you wrapped the whole menu.
That was obviously only for the cool kids.
It was, yeah. It was the marching band kids got those CDs, but it was like, I don't remember all of it, but it was like
2 all-beef patties,
no,
special
it
sauce,
wasn't
lettuce,
just,
cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed
it was
bun.
Big Mac no DLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese.
Do it.
Big
Do it.
Mac no DLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese. I can't remember it, but it was filet of fish, a cheeseburger, a Happy Meal, McNuggets, tasty golden fries in regular and larger size. That's what it. Yes. Oh man, I'm so cool.
Congrats, man. Way to go. Well, all right, this next one is some audio. Audio again from a famous TV show, right?
Yeah.
So set this one up for us.
This is an episode from a TV show from the 70s. It's a famous episode, famous Thanksgiving episode, in which the whole plot of the episode was that some people were dropping turkeys out of a helicopter to celebrate Thanksgiving. So name from this audio clip. Here we go. Name the TV show.
Then Mr. Carlson had the helicopter land in the middle of the parking lot. I guess he thought he could save the day by turning the rest of the turkeys loose. Gets pretty strange after that.
Strange. Yeah, right. No, Les,
Kim
come on,
got
now,
it
tell us the
immediately.
rest.
Yeah.
I really don't know how to describe it. It was like the turkeys mounted a counterattack. It was almost as if they were organized. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
That's good.
Welcome back. You've been listening to WKRP in Cincinnati.
Very good. Now, how many of you got that before the audio even started playing? Because I feel like some of you came in really fast with that. That is a very famous episode. I had heard of that episode because, again, not alive during that time. And I went back and watched it. And on first watch, I went, that's all right. And then the more I watched it, the more I was like, that is really pretty funny. So that was very good.
I mean, 70s had a decent amount of good TV. I actually, like, if there's ever, like, Columbo, Columbo was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Columbo.
Yeah.
I know you were a big fan of, like, Dallas, which was late 70s and the 80s. I knew that was kind of more your speed.
Dallas, get out of here. I lived in Dallas. That was the extent of it. All right, you're going to take number 14. We're up to 14. Yes, sports.
All right, so here we go. Sports question. Now, this, Jeff asked me if this was going to be something that people would know, and I said, yeah, absolutely. For the sport, if you were alive in the 70s and you were a sports fan in the 70s, you'll get it. But everybody else might have a little trouble. All right, here we go. Only one NFL team had two players who were voted league MVP in the decade of the 70s. Only one team had two players voted MVP in the 70s. Those players were Alan Page in 71 and Frank Tarkenton in 75. What team did they play for when they were named MVP? Not the Steelers. Scott Montgomery, you're jumping before you even heard the end of
Hannigan jumped in with the Oilers. No.
Frank Tarkenton and Alan Page. Stan Worrell got it. Boom.
Of course he did.
Ken Moss got it. Way to go. It's not the Jets, Jets, Paul Walker. Good. It is the Minnesota Vikings. Way to go, y'all.
Very good.
Good
Excellent.
job.
Yeah, all right. We got that out of the way. Very good.
You were excited about that question, weren't you?
I didn't. I'm grateful for people like Pastor Tim and some of my other friends that I can write and say,
A lot of people got it.
is this a hard question or not? I don't know. Sports.
You know, so Jeff has told me several times about a sporting event that he went to, and he told me what he did at intermission. And I just say, grace, God's grace that is greater than all of your sin.
What are you talking about?
Okay, yeah. You've never called halftime intermission ever?
Oh, I probably did. I did tell when my kids, I was taking them to basketball practice, I told them to get their, I told them we were going to rehearsal. I called it rehearsal. And I went, oh. But anyway, so speaking of which, as the Upward director, we will be starting basketball here in a couple months.
So this next song that we're going to finish the lyric on, I want to shout out to a friend of mine who asked me during our 80s trivia. He said, hey, how come you haven't played any Buffett? And my answer was, Buffett was more of a 70s guy than he was 80s.
That stuff was in the 70s.
Yeah, so if you're watching, friend, here it comes. This song was actually the namesake of one of my favorite restaurants that ain't around no more. And no, it's not Margaritaville down in Florida, but it was the one right down the street in Glen Burnie. This is Cheeseburger in Paradise.
All right, finish the lyric. We're going to get into it a little bit. Cheeseburger in paradise, medium rare with mustard be nice, heaven on earth with an onion slice. I'm just a cheeseburger in paradise. I like mine with lettuce and tomato. What would you like yours with?
Come on.
Steve Camp just gave Buffett a thumbs down, and we just gave Steve Camp a thumbs down.
Finish the whole line, not just the
whole
next
line.
two.
Heinz 57 and
come on.
What?
Come on. French fried potatoes. There it is.
There
Y'all
it
come in with it
is.
hot.
Coming
Ed
in
Rice,
hot.
what's up, dude? My man, Ed. Hey. Ed you remember Ed? Ed was one of my worship leaders at Crossroads.
Yeah.
What's up, Ed?
We're Facebook friends.
Yeah, man.
All right, everybody.
We're singing.
I like mine with lettuce and tomato, Heinz 57 and French fried potatoes, a big kosher pickle in a cold draft milk.
Well, good God
Almighty, which way do I see it from mine?
Cheeseburger in paradise. Medium rare, mustard and nice. Heaven on earth and an onion slice. It's just a cheeseburger in paradise. Hey.
Excellent. French fried potatoes. Kim Camp likes mayo.
Hans.
I don't like the Camps tonight. I mean, I love you guys.
Sorry,
but the no Buffett thing.
No
and
Buffett?
The mayo. No, Steve Camp said Buffett thumbs down.
Joe listens to Buffett all the time.
I love Buffett.
Yep, all the time. All right, so I've got this next question. I jumped to the gun earlier.
Yeah.
This was a very popular toy in the 70s, and the first picture we're going to show you is going to be the toy blurred, like heavily blurred, and then after that, after you guys have guessed, we're just going to show it to you, and then you'll know it. Boom. It is a Magnadoodle from Tyco, y'all. Magnadoodle.
Yes, Magnadoodle.
Who have you guys had a Magnadoodle? That's what I want to know.
I will say Magnadoodle was much easier than Etch-a-Sketch.
I didn't have one. I had Etch-a-Sketch was rough.
Yeah, Etch-a-Sketch was like, here's a toy that's not fun and is a lot of work, and it can be erased very quickly.
Etch-a-Sketch was like, look, I made a square.
Yeah, exactly.
that was the extent.
And it was like the typewriters of toys, which is if you made one mistake, it's like, start over.
Yeah.
But yeah, Etch-a-Sketch was red. Very good, Crystal. Etch-a-Sketch was red. It was a Magnadoodle. All right. Now, we are going to do... Pastor Tim and I are now going to act out a scene from what I consider to be probably the greatest movie from the 1970s.
A great movie that we cannot we cannot recommend this movie
enough or at all.
A little.
Yeah.
To the adults in the room, watch this movie.
To the kids in the room,
kids know.
Wait till you're an adult. But this movie is one of the funniest movies of all time. It is from the first line. This movie is amazing. All right, identify the movie from this scene. Tim, you start us off.
Come with me. Come with me. I've got a beautiful little place for you to stay. Put the light on. You're gonna like it here.
Like it? I love it. This is fabulous. I mean, you've got the toilet here. This must be the kitchen. No. You know what I could do is take this wall and just turn it this way, so I've got a much larger living space. Plus, it will create flow into the main living area. It will be incredible. No, I'll just elevate this about 6 inches, create the illusion of 2 rooms, and yet still have that flow. And I could take bookshelves and put it here. No, I'll put the books right over here, and that way it could be relaxing over here. The customers could come in, use the urinals. I won't disturb them. They won't disturb me.
Hey, take it easy. Take it easy. It's not here. It's in here.
Oh, I couldn't afford this anyway. No one's gotten it on Facebook.
No, they got, come on. David's got it. Ken Moss had it. Catherine had it.
I'm surprised.
Catherine, you've been killing it tonight. Catherine, I'm sure I've met you. Maybe I've met you, but I'm not placing a face with a name. So, but thank you for being on and being so awesome with all these answers here.
It is not the Blues Brothers, although that is
Brothers.
a very good movie as well. All right, so no one's getting it. So on Facebook, so we'll give you another clue. He hates these cans. Stay away from the cans.
The one line that would absolutely identify this movie, I don't think I could say it.
Oh, there's a lot of movies, a lot of lines.
Yeah.
In fact, I won't use it. I might use it for next week. I might use this for next week.
I mean, everybody's got it on YouTube. So you might as well.
Old people on YouTube, young people on Facebook. I like how that works. And so, I mean, they're killing it on YouTube. Facebook, come on. All right, we're just going to give it to you. That movie.
Steve Martin.
The Jerk.
The Jerk.
The Jerk. That movie is
Paul.
so funny.
You got me, Paul. That's the line I was thinking of. Yep.
Which one?
I was born poor.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
It is not Chevy Chase. It is Steve Martin.
Steve
Martin is on my list of if I could meet any famous person, any 5 people, he is on the list.
I have a bonus question that wasn't even thrown. Jeff doesn't even. You don't even know this. All right. Mm-mm. What was the name of the product for which Navin he invented in the movie to make him filthy rich? The name of the product.
Oh.
See if you can get that.
Was it? It was like. It's what he put on his glasses.
David's close.
Is it the nose gripper?
It was the nose gripper, but it's the name. You got to come up with the name.
Oh, man. What was the name?
Kelly Sauser, way to go. You're first. OptiGrab.
OptiGrab. Very good.
Like optical and grab.
One of my favorite parts of that scene that we just reenacted is, and I saw the movie a bunch, but it was only like the one time I was watching it, and they walk in, they go into this bathroom gas station, and he turns on the lights, and he thinks that that's going to be his new apartment. And you're going through, and there's a guy standing at the urinal, and it didn't occur to me until afterwards. They walked in and turned the lights on. So this guy was just at the urinal in the dark, and so it's just the funniest thing to me. Like, and I missed it so many times, but anyway.
All right, so one of the lines.
New phone books are here.
That's it. That's one of the lines that I can say.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. My name in print. I'm somebody now.
Oh, he almost did this scene where he was like, trying to explain to Bernadette Peters how long they've been together. Like, even though it's been a week, it feels like 8 weeks and 9 days, because the first day felt like 2 weeks. And then it goes through this whole thing, and it's just, oh man, it's so much fun.
All right, we're going to bring back a little more nostalgia, another commercial break here.
And then we're singing.
We're ending with 3 songs to finish it out, because it's almost 9 o'clock and we're moving. But this was a iconic commercial of the 70s that I even remember from the 80s. Ladies and gentlemen, this will remind you to stop your pollution, so that you can watch out for God's creation, and especially the crying.
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it. Write for Pollution Booklet, Box 1771, Radio City Station, New York.
All right.
I'd like to dedicate this song to the boss.
And by the way, that's actually called the Crying Indian. Of course, I would call him the Crying Native American. Anyway, I just want to make sure. Here we go.
Guys, we're going to finish out with, as we've done the past few weeks, with 3 songs, finish the lyrics, music. We want you guys to sing along, and tonight we thought we would try to do, instead of some silly songs, some songs that are actually soul uplifting. And
Singable.
I want to, and this is my favorite song of all time, is 1975's Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run.
Hey!
We want you to finish the lyric when we stop, and then we're just going to sing it out. In the day we sweat it out on the streets of a runaway American dream. At night we ride through the mansions of glory in suicide machine. Sprung from pages on Highway 9, chrome wheel, fuel injected, and
what?
What?
Chrome wheeled.
Fuel injected,
and
I hope you guys get this fast because I just want to keep singing it. Wheel, fuel injected, and I'm gonna say it again. Almost ruined it.
Nobody's coming in on YouTube.
Oh, come on.
Are we still there?
Cages on
We're still
Highway
live?
9.
Oh, there we go. Jenny Morton coming in with the Ken Moss.
Yes.
Is that Jen? Was that you or was that Moss?
There it is. Mary Hamill. Excellent.
Doug Bailey.
Doug Bailey.
Way to go,
What's
my
up,
man.
my man? Mary Hamill got it stepping out over the line. Sprung from cages on Highway 9. Chrome wheel, fuel injected, stepping out over the line. Whoa, baby, this town rips the bones from your back. It's a death trap. It's a suicide rap. We gotta get out while we're young. 'Cause tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. I love that song so much.
I'll be your E Street band.
Oh man, rest in peace, Clarence. Oh man, not a fan of it's okay. You don't have to be a fan of the boss at all.
It's just a good song.
It is just a good song.
It's like it's just a great American song. Speaking of
keep going.
Run. Speaking of great American songs, now we're gonna go across the pond. And one of the greatest rock bands of all times came in the 60s. Or did they come in the 50s?
Oh.
No, they were. I mean, they were the rock band of the 60s and the 70s. And then Yoko came in and messed it all up. But this is going to be from 1970. 1970. Who do you want to be? You want to be George?
Nobody wants to be George. Not
right.
George Full.
You be John, I'll be Paul. Or you got to play left-handed if you're Paul. Paul's left-handed.
Let's turn around.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, from 1970, this is the Beatles with
Something to Make You Feel Good Tonight.
Let It Be.
Finish the lyric. When the night is cloudy, there is still light that shines on me. Shine on till tomorrow. Let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me. What does she do? What does she do?
Just let the air out there. Lee Wolf had a crush on George Harrison. That's Miss Lynn. Way to go, Miss Lynn. Crush on George.
There it is, Sarah. Hannikin speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Sing along, everybody. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. There will be a
it be, let it be, let it be, let it be.
Whisper,
Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Hey, all right, that was 19, which means this is number 20.
Yeah.
Number 20, awesome.
Last
This
song.
is the last one. Now, before we do the last one, because we're going to sing it out like we did last time, and singing it out is always fun, we're going to remind you that in 2 weeks, we are going to do a little interior trivia with the Faith family, and we want to have a lot of fun with it. So we want your stories. We want like a funny, crazy story that happened in your life, or like a big moment that, like, you know, something huge and exciting happened. And we would love to have a ton of these that are all, you know, submitted in, so much so that we have to deny some of them and pick out some of the best ones or the favorite ones that we have. So honestly, this is this is, you know, it's just Faith family, learning about Faith family. And so we would love for you to participate and just throw your input in, feedback at faithbc.net. Yes. And other than that, Sunday morning at 9:30, make sure you are jumping in with us. Invite your one this Sunday. Send them the link and invite your one as we spend time on the gospel this Sunday, that people might understand and come to know Christ as their Lord and Savior. And with that said, we are going to go to question number 20.
Real quick,
Sorry.
don't forget what's happening Sunday special that you need to be prepared for.
Communion. Yeah, absolutely. Communion. Lord's Supper on Sunday. So if you can find crackers or bread or juice, anything that you got in the house, and we are going to celebrate. We're going to remember a body and blood shed for us. And so that'll be a special time in your living room as we just do it all over the place. Communion on Sunday. So number 20 is going to be another singable song, a song that you will know very well. However, you might not know the name of this song because most people don't know the name. So as Jeff is starting to sing this, before we get to the finish your lyrics, I want you to throw in the name of the song because it is not the obvious name. But this is from 1977, a fella named Bob Marley, the one and only who shot the sheriff. But it's not that song.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Good job, Julie. 3 little birds, that's the answer. Right by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true.
Get ready.
They're saying, what are they saying?
Yeah, 3 little birds, baby. Not blackbirds, not blackbirds.
3
Three
little
little birds. But of melodies pure and true, saying.
All of you are writing such nice things.
Yeah.
We
Katie
love
High.
you and we miss you all
Katie
too.
High, first one in. Way to go, kid. This is
my message to you. Ooh. Faith family, we love you. Sing along with us. We go. So don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Guys, we love you. Thanks for playing along. We'll see you Sunday and Monday.
And we know there's a lot going on out there, a lot of rhetoric, a lot of things, but here's the chorus one more time.
Don't worry about a thing. No, don't you worry. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Worry about a thing, 'cause
Every little thing
is gonna be alright.
Love you guys.
Thanks for coming.